Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cardano Community Podcast. Today we have a special guest. His name is Marin. We're going to speak about uh, who Marin is, what his background is, how he got interested into Cardano, and about his future vision for not only for Cardano, but also for the region that he lives in. So, Marin is also a Cardano ambassador. And so, Marin, thank you. Welcome.
Hello, Denisha. Thank you for this introduction. Uh, so, Once again, my name is Marin. I live in Zagreb, Croatia, and I'm a Cardano ambassador, and I run Cardano meetups here in Croatia. Let me say a few things about myself before we go to Cardano. So, in my day life or day job, I'm an entrepreneur and I work as a play inspector. And also, I'm a founder of a real-world gaming, decentralized real-world gaming application that I'm actually starting to build. And besides that, I'm trying to get more crypto attention here locally. So I started a crypto and cafe event, uh, published a Facebook page. You can look if you like. So what actually drove me into crypto and into Cardano? Well, it's decentralized, it's the future, it's freedom. I guess those are the principles that drives me through my life. That's why I'm working as an entrepreneur to have my freedom to do what I do best, what I think is the best. So it's actually just a continuation of my previous life, and I wish I heard about that. I wish we had the information sooner, because it's been like over 10 years now since Bitcoin mainnet was launched, and I only found out about it a few years ago. So since then, it took my interest, and when I found out about Cardano, I've tried myself in mining, I tried in trading, but I guess none of these activities are actually sustainable a long time if you don't have a product, if you don't have a platform that is really built up from the roots, built up right. And I recognize Cardano as the project that really built on a solid, very solid basis. I think it's the most promising project that is being developed right now in a crypto world. And so I wanted to jump in. I wanted to do something to give my contribution, since I'm not a coder, I'm not a programmer. So I was thinking, what can I do? Uh, and then I noticed information. I got the newsletter from the Cardano Foundation. I saw that those meetups are being organized all over the world. So I said, let's contact them. Let's try to make it here. So here we are. We just had our third meetup in May, and things are going well. I just checked before our interview. We have 101 member on our Cardano blockchain Croatia group, on meetup group. So we passed 100. We can go further.
That's a lot of people, I must say. You know, in Zagreb. I mean, you're growing. I remember, I think you had the meetup was in May. How many people attended that meetup?
Well, usually we have around 15. I don't know, from I think our lowest meetup was 12 to 15, 16 people. That's the number that's average. Three meetups we held already, and I'd like it to be greater. I'd like it to grow. So I have some ideas to bring the whole region together. If you wish to talk about that a little bit.
Yes, of course. You know, so I'm definitely curious to hear of your future vision. You know, for Cardano in the region. So, can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I find it very fascinating, very inspiring.
Yeah, well, you know that on this area we used to have bigger countries, and they fell apart, and we have smaller countries right now, smaller population. And I think that we need to bring up a broader area than just Croatian guys here. So I'm thinking about organizing Cardano Adria, because we are on the I hate to call it the Balkan because it brings some legacy from the past, and it's not always good or welcomed. So I'd say Adria or Adriatic Cardano meetup that will bring all us ambassadors together, and all the whole many community members whoever could attend, and as well to for not just to be a meetup that we meet and talk, but I'd like to have some great presenter names so that event, some workshops, etc. So it could be maybe a 1 or 2 days event.
Yes, actually, I like that because I remember you mentioning to me that they're actually programmers, IOHK programmers living in Zagreb.
Yeah. RHK has 2 or 3 programmers that are from Zagreb. I'm not sure if they work all the time from Zagreb, but they're here
Yeah.
are local guys. So and the region I know Slovenia, Serbia, Bosnia, Herzegovina. They're all those are all very creative people. A lot of programmers, a lot of people waiting to jump in into blockchain programming, and some of our colleagues that are members of our meetup group, and 2 of them I think were present at our last meetup. They asked about some technical details that I couldn't quite answer.
Yes.
About how to what technologies will be used, what to focus on to learn, etc., etc. So
Yes.
we have a response here. We need to give those people more.
Yes. So when you receive these kind of responses, or how do you go about that? Do you like reach out to someone from IOHK or perhaps even from Emergo to see if they can answer these questions? Because I think, yeah, if if these are potential, let's say, future developers, on the platform, then yeah, we should try definitely to give them some sort of answer. How do you go about that?
Yeah, well, I got a name. I got contact from our Slack channel, so I will be prepared for our next meetup. We rarely communicate between meetups, and it's on every 3 months basis. And now it's summer, so it will be a little bit over 3 months. I plan our next meetup in 9 months, so after the holidays. And for now, I'm not communicating with most of those members outside the
Okay.
meetups. So on the next meetup, I need to have some answers, and I will surely have them. But I will also like to have some answer because on our previous meetups, I already started that conversation and getting some opinions from the community about interest about such event, and there is interest, of course.
Yes. Do you notice that the people attending the meetups in Zagreb, are they people who were there before, or are we speaking about new people attending each time? Because that's interesting.
It's mixed. We have a few people that are there present every time,
Hmm.
and we have new people. Every time there is at least 2 or 3 people who are completely new to the blockchain, and they
Hmm.
wish to hear the whole story from the beginning about Cardano, and there are people that knows almost everything a lot.
What I'm wondering, right? Given the what Cardano is trying to solve, and blockchain in general, what kind of problems that you have or have seen in Croatia that blockchain and mainly Cardano will be able to solve?
Oh, we have all the problems that the Western world has, but probably and probably all the problems that the Eastern countries have. So we have a lot of corruption here. We have last few elections that has been people are losing interest to vote because if you there are 2 or 3 parties you can vote for, and whoever you vote, the result is the same. Or because you cannot deliver your votes to exactly who you want to, and you cannot vote for project that you want to or don't want to. We have petitions all the time. We had few referendums in the past few years. I think that's a very good way, but it's very. I still think it's a far away from implementing at that level. Of course, lowering banking fees and the banking expense are extremely high here in Croatia because European, Western European, Northern European banks are opening branches here and having a far huger fees here because they can have it here. They're making more money, I guess, here in Croatia and other countries than in their own country because let's see, the interests are far lower in developed countries than in lower developing countries. So there's a lot of things that can be accomplished. I just yeah, there's just major ones, and there's many uh, ideas, many entrepreneurs that have ideas that could be solved. I'm also having one of my own. I already mentioned the real world gaming there
Yeah.
that yeah.
Tell us a little
So
bit, just before we go. Tell us a little bit about the gaming, because I remember you were also looking for people who, who was willing to help bring your platform onto Cardano. Tell us a little bit about your
yes.
platform, and what kind of help were you looking from the community.
Yes. So since I work as a play inspector, I spend a lot of time with kids on playgrounds and indoors, outdoors, and I think that being outdoor is great, and we need to do everything we can to keep those kids outside as much as possible. So I was thinking how to organize, create games, not only for I don't think small kids. Small kids are fine in playgrounds, but teenagers and young adults, uh, maybe older adults. We need people like gaming, people like gambling and gaming as well. Uh, virtual reality is one way, but I don't see it quite healthy for kids to develop and to grow. I'd rather bring them outside to the real world and offer them some fun out there. Put some fun in real world, use some augmented reality. Those options are very quite developed in few past years. Uh, like I don't know, treasure hunt. It's the most simple and most common real world game for tourists, for everybody. So I'm wanting to make a platform that will be easy to set up a game from template or something, to join members, to guide them to the game, to receive their feedback, and to reward them for some accomplishment in game and blockchain. And I'm actually counting on Cardano to be the platform to release this once it's ready. And it has its currency that can easily be uh, used used for rewarding, for entering, etc. Basically, I'm looking for a team. I have this idea. I have some things worked out, but I'm looking for a team that will help it to realize, to really make it. And then we can start to actually play and creating games. I think it's endless possibilities. There are
Yes.
companies that are doing it, but without united platform, without it's not decentralized. It's not at that scale that I have originally.
Yes. um, I definitely want to call upon the community, guys, and ladies, if you are interested in helping, or let's say bringing gaming to the Cardano platform. If you're interested in learning more of, Marin's plans, how he envisions this, and you think you're really able to help, get in contact with Marin, and yeah, let's make this happen.
It's a realworldgaming.org. You can find info, basic info on website. You have my contact there.
Yes. So check below in the description. We'll make sure that that's listed for you, Marin, and let's make this a reality.
Okay, yeah. So
Thanks a lot there. Thanks a lot.
thank you.
One moment there. Um, yeah. Hopefully, you'll be willing to come back again, in a few months, and give us a little bit of an update on what's happening. Maybe, yeah, the deployment of Shelly.
Of course, we need Shelly. We need smart contracts. I don't know much about side chains, but I'm really looking forward to see how it goes, and I hope it will the project will be finished to the end of next year.
Yes, yes,
Because, as I said, I have big plans. I have a great vision, and I think it's not the best, but one of the best projects in blockchain industry. Uh,
yes,
Go Cardano! I'll do my best to help it grow.
yes. We all are chipping in a little bit, doing our best, as you said. We're not a programmer or whatever, but we're all contributors. We're all doing our best, and yeah, to help grow the ecosystem, community-wise or whatever. So, Marin, thanks a lot
Uh,
again, for
I just
coming on.
remembered I received some tangent cards for our next meetup. So thank you, Foundation, for that. People who are watching this from area, come to our next meetup. You will be notified through meetup.com. I have some surprises for you.
Great, thanks a lot there. So remember, if you're in Zagreb, Croatia, and you want to join the meetup, Cardano meetup, get in contact with Marin. Remember, for the next, there will be some giveaways. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Thank you. Thank you, Denisha. See you soon.
Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye bye, Marin.
Bye bye.